Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today. In his farewell address to the nation, President George Washington warned that the health and survival of a republic required leaders who exercise virtue and resist the pull of partisan division. It is in that spirit that I offer my testimony today. I come before you not as an advocate for any political party or position, but as a nonpartisan former special agent of the FBI where I served for over 2 decades. My intent is to provide the committee with a clear, experience-based understanding of how the FBI operates, its investigative standards, institutional culture, and the professional norms that guide its work. The men and women of the FBI have long stood as a quiet bastion between order and chaos, guided not by politics or public acclaim, but by an enduring commitment to the Constitution and the rule of law. Their character is forged in an environment where integrity is not aspirational, it is required. Every day, often without recognition, they make decisions that demand moral clarity, professional restraint, and personal courage. These are not abstract virtues within the FBI. They are lived expectations, reinforced through training, supervision, and deeply rooted in institutional culture. The FBI's investigative process is grounded in predication, facts, intelligence, and evidence, not ideology or affiliation. Agents are trained to clearly articulate and document the factual basis for opening and continuing investigations. And those decisions are subject to multiple layers of supervisory and legal review. Equally important is the internal culture of the FBI. The Bureau I served had no tolerance for political ideology or personal bias influencing investigative work. This was not simply a matter of formal policy. It was an expectation reinforced through leadership, peer accountability, and institutional norms. The credibility of the FBI, both in court and in the eyes of the public, depends on that neutrality. And FBI professionals understand that their work must withstand scrutiny, not only in the moment, but years later. Allegation that the FBI has engaged in broad, coordinated conspiracies to investigate individuals based on political affiliation or ideology are inconsistent with my experience and unsupported by evidence or reason. Yet the absence of credibility to these claims has not deterred Director Kash Patel from pursuing what can only be understood as a campaign of retribution against his own personnel. When agents and analysts are removed not for misconduct, but for their lawful participation in duly authorized investigations, the conclusion that such actions are politically driven is self-evident. This form of retaliation against the dedicated professionals of the FBI has eroded trust in leadership, damaged morale, introduced uncertainty across the workforce, and disrupted the continuity of ongoing operations. Equally concerning are the national security implications, with the loss and marginalization of experienced personnel and diminished institutional knowledge, drastically impacting the FBI's ability to effectively confront threats from terrorism, espionage, and cyber adversaries. Left unchecked, Director Kash Patel's actions risk inflicting generational harm on an institution central to the safety and security of the nation. In closing, I would emphasize that the strength of the FBI and our broader system of justice depends on its independence from political influence. It's a principle that those who serve within the Bureau understand as fundamental to their duty. Being an FBI agent is neither a job nor a profession, but rather a vocation. Service to the nation is not a slogan in the FBI, it's a calling, a steadfast commitment to the cause of freedom, democracy, and justice. This ethos is rooted in a tradition of excellence that spans generations. The legacy of the G-Man is not merely a cultural artifact, but a standard, one that reflects professionalism, discipline, and an unyielding pursuit of truth. Each new generation of G-men and women inherit not only the responsibilities of the role, but the weight of that legacy and the obligation to uphold it. Day after day, the men and women of the FBI answer the call and choose duty over comfort, principle over expedience, and service over self. Their work is often unseen and their successes unheralded, but the nation is safer because of their steadfast commitment, their adherence to the rule of law, and their fidelity to the ideals that define the FBI. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today. I look forward to answering your questions.